What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? This is Ty. How you doing? I am here to review season 2, episode 5 of For Life. Collars for Dollars is the name of this episode. I know what y'all saying. I know what y'all saying. Ty, you trifling. I know. And I know why you calling me trifling. Because this episode aired when? It aired in December. I think December 16th or something like that. Why are we just now getting this review? See, this is why you don't have the followers that you need. You're not consistent. You see, this is why you're I'm telling myself off because I know that's what y'all thinking. Listen, I apologize. It should have been up, but better late than never, right? So let me give my shout outs to my people who were watching this show with me, and that was House of Sir James, Quiet Guy, June BLC, A. Henderson, Penny, Lex Max, did I say Brian Wilson? Brian Wilson, and all the rest of you. And shout outs to my new subscribers that subscribe. I hope you tell your friends, and we gonna build this channel. It's gonna happen. I know it is. I'm speaking it into existence. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm thanking you in advance. But let's get right down to this episode of For Life. And this is episode 5. And by the way, they're on a break. I believe they're coming back at the end of this month or something like that. And I'm going to be on time. I promise you. I'm going to be on time with my review because this is ridiculous that this is so late. But anyway, let's go right into this episode. I got my notes here. Aaron Wallace, he done went back to the prison where he was at because he needs to speak to Jamal about Jamal's case. Now, that whole self-defense thing is, he's telling Jamal, listen, bro, that whole self-defense thing is going to go out the window. Why is it going out the window? Because there's a witness who says otherwise. Like, nah, that wasn't no self-defense. We saw the whole thing. So now Aaron has come up with another thing. He said, you know what? What I think we should do, Jamal, is we should use your family trauma. You know, we should use your family trauma, saying that why you killed Tony was you got triggered based on, your family trauma, your childhood trauma. And I don't think Jamal was feeling that too much. He's like, nah, I don't know about that. So now what Aaron does is Aaron goes to Jamal's sister, Georgia. They had a rough life. She's been through some things as well. And this is where he learns that more about the childhood trauma, that their father used to beat on them and abuse them, and that Jamal used to protect his sister, Georgia. Jamal would take her beatings too. And then Georgia also mentioned to him, that, you know about his little, secret, whatever, in which Aaron revealed, oh, yes, you mean that he's gay? So that kind of, I think right there, that kind of bonded with Georgia, because Georgia's like, oh, so you know that? He only told me about that. And, when our dad found out about this, my father would berate him and bully him and abuse him some more. And I thought that was very interesting right there. I didn't see a lot of season 1. I kind of stopped, so I picked right back up in season 2. So can anybody tell me, is this news to the viewers as well, or did they reveal in season 1 that Jamal was gay? Because I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I found that out in this episode. So very interesting there. And he really wants them to testify. He wants Georgia to testify, and he wants Jamal to testify and, bring up this trauma. But Jamal is not really feeling all of that. He's really simply not feeling that. Meanwhile, there is a case. This young lady, she's an immigrant. She got roughed up by the police and arrested, whatever. And she comes to the office and she's speaking to Henry. But now she looked him up and everything. She's like, listen, you ain't practicing X amount of time and this, that. But Henry's getting back on his feet because, Henry's alcoholic, dealing with all those things. And she's like, I came here for Aaron Wallace. That's what I really came here for. But this episode, we see Henry getting back into the courtroom and doing handling a case. And at first, he's very nervous and he kind of hands it over to Aaron. And when he does that, Aaron kind of they go through this whole collars for dollars things, where basically they're saying that the cops are targeting underprivileged people of color. And this young lady happens to be an immigrant and can be forced back to Mexico and all that, and her family doesn't want her to deal with this and fight this, because they're like, this might bring more attention, because they're trying to unveil some corruption in the police force. Aaron was a little hesitant at first too, because he has his history with the police force, and he doesn't want, there's some that are still upset that he's free, that he's a free man, so he doesn't want to be that target. But then he decides to continue and go along with Henry with this case. And like I said, Henry was a nervous wreck at first. This also forced Henry to go back to his AA meetings, and he has a conversation with at that meeting with a former police officer. At first, that former police officer is reluctant to talk to him. But lo and behold, he manages to get that police officer to decide that, yes, I will help y'all with this collars for dollars case. And he does go and help. Now, meanwhile, going back to Jamal's situation, Aaron is reaching out to Georgia. When he was reaching out to Georgia about, trying to help Jamal, one night Georgia calls him saying she's been kicked out and she don't have no place to stay. Can you come get me? So Aaron is like, sure. Then you see the camera pan to the clock. Now, y'all know, while Aaron is a lawyer, he's still on parole. You see? And that clock was like, y'all remember that old commercial? It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? That's used to play in my area at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, you know where your children are? So Aaron is 10 o'clock. You know you're on parole. You know you ain't supposed to be out past 10. I said, here he go making. I mean, he was doing a good deed, but it wasn't smart. Dude, you on parole. But you're a grown man. 10 o'clock, you tell me I got to come in the house at 10 o'clock. He broke his curfew. So now, while they go to the courtroom and they're about to deal with this young lady's case, of course, they embarrass Aaron. Scotty comes to the courtroom and arrests Aaron because he violated his parole. Put him in cuffs and everything. How embarrassing is that? And let's say this is my legal team and he's on parole and he's getting, come on. So that was a little bit embarrassing. Aaron was pissed. He was upset with Scotty, but Scotty's got a job to do. And Scotty, they let him know, listen, you still on parole. You're not above the law. And he's like, what, you think I'm a little kid? And what is this scared straight? Aaron, chill out a little bit. You got to listen, though. You're on parole. You need to listen. You need to pay attention. You got to do this. I get it. I understand, but he has to do this. See, this is why I like this show. You see how I'm talking about it like these people over. But anyway, he's got to listen. He's got to pay attention. That's what he has to do. So, with that being said, they tell him, listen, from now on, Scotty tells him, listen, we're going to see if your story pans out, but this is what's going to happen, bro. This is what's going to happen for you. You have to, did he say FaceTime him or Skype him? 9:59, you're FaceTiming me every day. See, now you done made it worse. I was like, damn, now this dude, 9:59, he has to FaceTime with Scotty. We got to babysit you because you doing too much. So I thought that was funny and interesting. I'm like, dang, that's crazy right there. So, other things going on in Aaron's life. He's not with Marie anymore. He moved out because he can't deal with the fact that she was tipping and dipping, sliding and gliding, moved in with his best friend while he was in prison. And so he moved out. Their daughter is not taking this well, so she's staying away from home. She hasn't been to the home. And, that issue is going on. And it's just really putting a strain on things. You got so much you have to deal with, and it's putting a strain on things. So Aaron goes to visit Jamal again. And when he visits Jamal, he's telling Jamal that what he wants to do. Jamal lets him know, listen, my sister, Georgia, she's not testifying. We're not putting her through that, and I'm not testifying. We're not going through all that. And Jamal kind of snaps at him and told him, before you go digging into my life, Get your life in order. That's what he told him. But I understood because Jamal's thing is like, listen, I don't want to dig up those old wounds. And he doesn't think this whole thing is going to work. And he thinks, it's going to damage Georgia as well because, little drug addict. And they might ask her where she got those little marks from and things like that. So I understand his frustration and I understand where he's coming from and what he's talking about. I understand that. I totally get that. And I totally understand that. So he basically says to Aaron, listen, get your house in order before you come over here before you fix that. So this makes Aaron decide to go pay Marie a visit. And see, this is where I got a little annoyed because is it just me or does it feel like Marie does not take ownership in her part in why their relationship is strained like it is? Because she's saying to him, I went through something too. Yes, you did, but it's not the same. You were still a free woman. This man was behind bars. And my whole issue, I understand her issue with what she went through as far as you no longer have a husband. He's in prison and you're left to raise their child and your life is flipped upside down. But why, oh why did you have to pursue his friend, his best friend? That's the man. You could have got another dude, fine as you are. You could have got it. Why him? That's the thing that bothers me with her. It's like, why him? And to me, I don't feel like she's owning up to that enough. That's just my opinion. But I thought it was a good episode. I like the topic about the collars for dollars and the police corruption and all that. Good topic right there. Now, they didn't resolve this young lady's case yet, so we have to see what's going to happen going forward. Like I said, the show is on a break right now. And I think they're coming back at the end of this month. But that's all I have for you. I enjoyed it. I think this show is well written, well acted, and the topics always have me like open, yeah. Like, it's just, I love all the complex topics and the issues. And it's like, you see it from everybody's point of view, and Aaron and his struggle, and then he's trying to help other people. And, because he's a victim himself, he feels for these other people that he defends. And I like that. But that's what I have. That's all I have for now. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And you all be blessed. I will see you all in the next video.